In today's episode on the Dive Saga channel, we are scuba diving with bull sharks in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. Over the years, I've done several shark dives and I've seen my fair share of reef sharks and blue sharks. I've seen really big sharks and baby sharks. I've seen faraway sharks and really close by sharks. But when it comes to sheer stocky shark attitude, nothing compares to the bull shark dive we're about to do here.
Full disclosure here, I've done this dive several times, so I was actually able to select the best footage of each dive. Now it's worth noting as well that these dives take place at 30 meters, 100 feet. And you can't use video lights, so that gives some perspective to the quality of the footage should you choose to do these dives yourself.
The bull shark is a species of requiem shark. That means they're migratory, life-bearing sharks that can be found pretty much all over the planet in warmer waters. In fact, in some parts of Africa, the bull shark is actually known as the Zambezi shark. Because they're a migratory species and because they can survive in both salt and fresh water, bull sharks sometimes migrate up into rivers since they hunt in limited visibility. It's often during these journeys that the sharks may mistake a human being for a potential piece of food, which is where their mixed reputation comes from. Bull sharks are often listed as the third most aggressive sharks after the great white and the tiger shark.
When we say aggressive, we do have to apply some nuance. See, sharks don't really enjoy human meat and they're definitely not hunting for humans. In fact, on a yearly basis, in a typical year, only 20 humans or so get killed by sharks, whereas over 20 million sharks get killed by humans. In terms of statistics of how many humans get killed by, sharks rank well below cows, coconuts, selfies, and even vending machines.
That's right, more people are killed annually by vending machines than by all shark species combined. Still, sharks are wild animals and bull sharks do complete the top 3 of incidents, so when diving with bull sharks, some common sense and some precautions are needed. For one, all divers have to be dressed in black. Full black wetsuits, black fins, black masks, etc. There is no proof that certain colors are more agitative than others, but a diver dressed in black definitely stands out well against the blue water and white sand, so the bull sharks can clearly identify us as something they're not interested in eating. That brings us to the second precaution, one that will probably grind the gears of every buoyancy aficionado, but to avoid any confusion for the sharks, divers are asked to lay close to the floor while holding an anchored line. That's not just because there is some current, but also so everyone stays low to the ocean floor and can be confused for a tasty snack, like a seal swimming overhead. The tension on the boat out to the bull shark dive site is always palpable. Although nobody is necessarily anxious or worried, it's natural to have a healthy sense of respect and apprehension for this type of diving. Once everyone is down on the bottom, the spectacle starts.
It's worth mentioning that these dives are feeding dives. In fact, all the dives I've been on have taken place right after the feeding events. Now, there are some very valid arguments for and against these types of dives. The opponents of these feeding dives will argue that it changes the behavior of the sharks because we're actually training them to just show up at a certain place at a certain time and there will be food. It also runs the risk of associating those divers with the food and potentially causing some confusion. The proponents of these feeding dives will argue that it shifts the economy and the monetary value of the shark from a dead shark after fishing to a live shark for these feeding dives, and that way changes the value perception for local populations. It is also argued that of course it changes the negative perception of sharks into positive experiences with sharks. I'm not here to make an argument in any direction, but I am curious to hear what you guys think down below in the comments.
There they are. Carefully, the bull sharks start circling the crowd and looking for their lunchtime appointment. All the sharks that visit here are actually pregnant females. They know there will be food around, so it's low-hanging fruit for them and a free show for us. Still, these sharks are expecting to eat, so it's a good idea to keep arms and legs close to your chest. At times the bull sharks come quite close, curious what all this audience is about. As a diver, it's definitely important to look over your shoulder once in a while, and if you don't have nerves of steel, this dive might not be for you. A southern stingray is wanting some attention as well, but it has a tough crowd to compete with. Everyone's eyes are on the bull sharks that are circling and appearing from all sides. I'm generally very comfortable around sharks, but when one of these ladies almost makes a sudden turn towards me, you can clearly see me flinch. It really is a tough choice between looking at the sharks and looking at my camera, getting good coverage for this episode, but being aware of my surroundings. Adult female bull sharks average around 2.4 meters or 8 feet in length and typically weigh 130 kilograms or nearly 300 pounds. But measurements of up to 3.5 meters or 11 feet are not unheard of. I don't think it's a sight I'll really ever get used to. Because the dive site is around 30 meters or 100 feet deep, even on nitrox 32%, we eventually have to leave the bottom. Luckily, there's a nearby shallow ledge of reef to cool down from this high-intensity dive.
Thank you all so much for watching. Did you know that only 10% of our viewers are actually subscribed to the channel? Well, if you liked this video and you like scuba diving content, you could actually do us a huge favor by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.